reason to be here.
If he touches me again,
You've no reason. To be here.
Wait,
Leave.
hands off of me.
That is battery. That is battery. He has the right to defend himself.
Times now you've committed battery.
Leave now. You've been asked half a dozen times and more to leave the property. You have no reason to be here.
This man is crazy. They've gone rogue. Keep this man on good distance.
Right.
I'm asking you to leave the premises.
You're acting very aggressive.
I'm asking you nicely to leave the premises. If you don't leave nicely, you will be escorted off.
Right, it's a public place. I suggest you leave us be.
It's not a public place. It's an organisation building.
You're a very, very angry man, aren't you?
No, I'm not an angry man.
So why are you pointing over there?
Don't walk off. Leave the premises.
That's you just touched him.
Leave the
That's battery, mate.
Leave the premises. Who are you anyway?
None of your business.
You've just.
Then you've no reason to be here.
Away, matey.
You've no reason to
I will
be
defend
here.
myself.
I've got him on,
You've no
I've got him
reason
on
to
camera.
be here.
If he touches me again,
You've no reason. To be here.
Wait,
Leave.
hands off of me.
That is
now.
battery. That is battery. He has the right to defend
now.
himself.
Times now you've committed battery.
Leave now. You've been asked half a dozen times and more to leave the property. You have no reason to be here.
This man is crazy. They've gone rogue. Keep this man on good distance so you can.
Do you want to get the distance? Because I think he wants to try targeting you.
That's in the video.
You're
No,
scared
I
of
want
someone
you both
else.
to stop doing what you're doing.
You don't have any authority.
You don't have. Yes, I do. I'm a police
You wanna stop
officer,
touching
and
me?
this is police.
I'm going to walk forward
authority.
because you're touching me.
keep walking,
You are
that's assault.
touching me.
You are assaulting
Please
him.
stop touching me.
Okay. You're
assaulting
Thank you.
Okay.
You have no rights to touch people.
You need to leave the
Who
premises.
do you think you are?
You're out of order. You
You need to leave the premises. You have no reason to be here.
You just caused.
You have no reason to be here. Why
How
are
do you know that, eh?
Section 5.
Why are,
And the
Section 5?
Yeah, public order. You've caused us alarm and distress.
Oh, really?
And harassment.
I'm not the one wearing a mask with my hood on.
Do you not know there's something called COVID,
You
mate?
silly man. Come away from him. He's
Leave the
dangerous.
premises. You have no
How about you
reason to
get
be here.
a police officer to come out?
You have no reason
Someone
to
that
be here.
outranks you because you clearly don't know the law.
Crazy.
How about you get your
reason-
Blackstones
you need to leave
out?
the premises. You
Get your
have no
Blackstones
reason
out
to
and
be here.
look at the law, mate. Or
You
your
have
code
no
of
reason
ethics.
to be here.
No, we've come to see an inspector.
Have
not
you? Which inspector have you come to see?
We come to see the chief constable,
He's not here. It's
Chris
Sunday.
Howard, who's going to be seeing how you act.
It's not here. He's not here. It's a Sunday.
Well, put it this way: the public are going to want you to
Which
go.
inspector would you like to see?
None of your business. Goodbye. Leave us
It is
be.
my
Come on.
business. I'm a police officer and you're on police grounds.
Are you sure
Man's
about
gone
that?
crazy.
Leave the premises.
He's already assaulted my friend twice.
Auditor NG is standing outside a police headquarters with his camera simply recording and minding his own business when an officer suddenly approaches with an aggressive attitude instead of starting a calm conversation or asking what NG is doing. The officer immediately orders him to leave, claiming it is private property and that he has no valid reason to be there. NG calmly explains that the building is publicly funded and open to the public, but the officer continues insisting he must leave. When NG asks the officer to identify himself and show his warrant card, the officer initially refuses and becomes defensive, creating tension from the very beginning of the encounter.
He assaulted my friend twice
How
and
about
myself
I'll teach you
twice.
the law. Have you heard of something called Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972?
Yeah,
Please
school
leave the
time.
premises. You don't have no reason to be
School
here.
in.
You the rights of access to any place that's open to the public.
This is
at
not
any
open
time.
to the public.
It
It's
is.
closed. It's a Sunday.
But it's still open. There's no barriers stopping me from entering this
There
property.
are no barriers,
it's
but
the
it
real
is
police.
still private property.
I'll
Here's the
tell
real
you.
police.
Secondly, yeah, this is paid by the public through taxes, yeah? So this is classed as
I am
public
not
property.
going to argue with you.
You
Leave
just
the
assaulted me.
premises.
That's not arguing.
Leave the premises.
No.
Leave the premises.
No.
Hi.
You have no legal right to be
We're down here recording. This man's assaulted me twice. He's assaulted this gentleman twice.
What are you doing?
He's made physical.
Exactly.
What are you exactly filming?
Are you not bothered about the crimes that have been committed?
No, I'm listening to what everyone's on.
He's also caused the public 5-section order as well.
Okay, that's fair enough. But
Yes.
I would imagine that you're also causing him harassment.
No,
We're walking away. So how does that
Are
make
you
sense?
walking
mate?
away?
Yeah, we're walking
I'll
down
find
this
the
way.
details down. We can deal with this later date. But
Firstly, we don't have to. We're not reporting a crime. We're telling you that this is what's happening. So you
Right,
can take
another one gone rogue.
some action against him.
Yeah, several
That's
times.
correct.
Because he's
You were walking
twice.
away.
Yeah,
You're
this
walking
way.
further into
So
the property
your
instead of
car
out
over
to
there.
it.
It doesn't
You've
mean-
been asked several times to leave.
It doesn't mean you can assault
You've been
him.
asked several times to leave. They're not even open. It's a Sunday.
This guy for real.
Yeah, I'm
Unwanted contact.
preventing you from coming onto the property.
That's not your place to do that.
It is. I work
Firstly,
here.
you're not
This
in
is
duty.
Lincolnshire Police property.
Firstly, you're not on
duty.
duty.
I know I am not on duty,
It's
but
not
you have
private
no right to
property.
be here.
This is a public car park.
No, it's not a public car park.
What is it then?
It's a police
Why
headquarters.
does it say visitors over there?
Yep, you're not a lawful visitor here
Why
for a
aren't
lawful
I?
reason,
Why
are you?
aren't I? I'm a member of the public.
No, you're
I
not.
pay for
What gives you
all
the
of
right
this.
to own that, eh?
I don't own anything here, mate.
I can't believe this. To be
Oh, I'm not
arrested
good enough, mate.
first.
What for?
For the criminal offence that you caused. You think we're not
We
pressing
want to
charges
do
on you?
this.
Excuse me, officer. This man's evaded.
Sorry, sir, come back. Just let me take your details down, mate.
Constable 1235 Ian Garrick.
We want him arrested.
2, 3, 5.
GARRIC.
We could even do a private prosecution against you.
Marvellous.
Do you want to check his warrant card to make sure you're
Yeah,
telling the truth?
I will. I'll check. All right, mate.
Just so
He's
you-
got my
It's
details.
just the way he's behaved.
Can I
It's not extraordinary.
Just hold
That's
tight
all.
there, and I'll speak to an investigation against
You
this
can
chap
say-
without your
you're saying
details.
he's touching us.
Okay, that's fair enough. So you don't want it. That's
Contact.
absolutely fine.
As the situation escalates, the officer becomes increasingly confrontational, repeating that NG has no reason to be on the property and demanding that he leave immediately. NG challenges the officer's authority and points out that being a police officer does not automatically give him the right to remove people from a publicly accessible area. The officer eventually flashes his warrant card briefly but continues speaking aggressively and dismissively. Instead of de-escalating the situation, he focuses on asserting control, accusing NG of causing issues while ignoring the fact that NG had been calm and simply recording.
In itself is
So he's shown me ID. I'm happy with his ID.
That's fine.
We can speak to him a later day about exactly what's
Appreciate
going on.
you.
do you need details for a public order offence or a fray?
Yeah, because there needs to be a victim.
We're the victim.
Yeah. I'm trying to establish what your details are, because I can't just put victim. You see.
Anonymous, you can report crimes anonymous.
You can report something
You can
anonymously.
report them.
But unfortunately, when you're stood in court, and who is the
It's
victim?
okay.
So
It's okay.
section 5, yeah, public order offence, yeah, it's a member of the public that is
said
likely.
you said
that
he's
is
assaulted
likely.
you.
I'm
You
told
said
about
he's
section
assaulted
5 right now, and then I'll come to that.
Okay.
Yeah, section 5 is someone that's likely to cause the members of public harassment, alarm, or distress.
Has this all been recorded on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Because also, when there's a
cameras.
section 5 public order actually happens, and then a constable turns up, if the section 5 is not continuing, then there's a different issue. If you look at the details on the CPS charging advice, all right? Okay, I appreciate what you're telling me happens, but you, mate, go and look it up. Don't worry about it. I come up on on the river on a banana boat here, so don't start telling me exactly what's happening. I'm trying to establish your details so I can put on a
log of it, so then it's on the system, so then there's a record of what's happened.
Yes.
You don't
You
need
said
our
this.
details to do that.
You said this. We're going around in circles here, and now I'm trying to get down into the nuts and bolts of your allegation of assault. So I need.
I'm not
to
saying
have
assault, I said battery.
So has he physically?
Assault
touched
could also be someone walking down
Did
the
he
street
cause
with,
you? Did he cause you
with
to
a carry
fear
bag of
immediate
shopping,
unlawful
and then someone
violence?
tries to pull that and pulls
Oh,
the
we're
person
going around in
over.
circles.
That's
See,
assault.
I also can only do.
The encounter turns physical when the officer follows NG and puts his hands on him despite there being no clear legal grounds to do so. NG repeatedly tells him to stop touching him and points out that this could amount to battery. The officer then tries to justify his behavior by claiming NG is committing a Section 5 public order offense and causing alarm or distress. However, NG maintains that he is only recording in a public place, and even attempts to walk away while the officer continues to pursue the confrontation and insist that NG leave the premises.
What I can do as a PC, can't I?
That's why I was asking you for a sergeant or inspector.
Yeah, but he can only make inquiries
because we're here
as
for
I
a
can.
reason.
Well, what's your reason? Because I can't just summon a sergeant and inspector on the basis
can
that it's
request
two
one, can't we?
random anonymous people outside.
We
cause good citizen
actually
if you
come here to see an inspector.
Okay.
That's what our main reason to come here was.
And
And
unfortunately, I need to have a reason. I can't just summon an inspector.
where's your insignia? Why are they not on your shoulders?
There's a firearm unit.
You don't have to
Me
wear. You
insignia?
don't have to wear them.
I don't have a Vauxhall insignia. Right.
Vauxhall, you're smart.
So you want to speak to an inspector and that's it, yeah?
Inspector,
He says you don't have a Vauxhall insignia.
Right, okay, well I'll tell you what, I will go and park the car up, I'll make inquiries,
Yeah, we'll be
about whether an inspector wants to come out and speak to two people that are not willing to identify themselves.
Where's your numbers anyway? I can't see. Or wait, how do we identify?
My sliders are currently waiting in our stores office. 1594, mate. I'm not no
name,
dramas,
please?
mate. No dramas. I don't know to give you a name. Just
They can't take anything unless we give them all our details, which is wrong.
They need to know, if you're going to make an allegation, they need to know who you are, don't they? Let's be honest.
Complaints, allegations, you don't need to give the name.
Right, yes, well, I think we've done this for you. We've given as much advice as we possibly can. Oh, this is private land.
Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act
No, you can't come down
1972 gives us rights to access anywhere that's open to the public.
No, you do.
And because this is a publicly funded building,
Really? Do you work for a
through
living?
tax,
Do you work for a living?
doesn't matter, does it?
Do you work for a living?
Doesn't matter.
Do you pay
as I
tax?
said. Does it matter?
Probably not.
Oh, okay then. So you're suing because what? I'm recording.
Yeah, that's the passive yellow barrier, do you understand me?
Well, there's nothing that says
Right.
private property.
There's a big... That's the passive barrier, it's as simple as that, okay?
Or what?
Calm down. They have to have a BS.
Eventually another officer arrives and begins trying to understand what has happened. NG explains that the off-duty officer has already touched him and his friends several times and that the incident has been captured on video. Once accountability becomes a possibility, the earlier aggression begins to fade and the focus shifts to requesting Ng's details for a report. NG points out that officers can still log incidents without forcing members of the public to hand over personal information. As the discussion continues and the legal arguments are raised, the officers appear to step back from the confrontation and the situation gradually de-escalates after it becomes clear that the earlier actions may not have been justified.